Welcome back to my channel, Blanc Conception. I am here today on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, talking to you guys about my top 7 financial mistakes you have to avoid at all costs. If you do not avoid these, you will be in financial ruins, you will lose all of your money, you will not be wealthy, you will not have a yacht. So let's jump right into this right away. Okay, mistake number 1 is spending more than you make. Now, this is kind of common sense. If you only make $10, why would you spend $15? Because that's going to put you in debt, and you do not want to be in debt. You should not be spending more money than you make. Whatever money you have in cash or in your bank account, you need to save it and spend as little as you can. Be as frugal as possible. A great book I recommend, The Millionaire Next Door. This really teaches you how to be frugal and not spending your money on useless watches and suits and cars and all this useless stuff, so you can spend as little as possible and spend as little as you can to save more money and eventually invest more money. So mistake number 1, spending more than you make. You want to spend less than you make. There are some differences to this, so if you know how to use leverage, then that would be possible to spend more than you make, but that is a whole different thing, way out of the ballpark right now, which will be a future video. Mistake number 2 is not keeping track of your income. You need to keep track of your income so you know exactly how much you make. And this also accounts for a balance sheet as well, which I have made videos on both of them. Check them out in the link below. But you need to track your income so you know how much you make, how much you're spending, where all your money's going to. You need to know this stuff because it relates back to number 1. Make sure you spend less than you make, because you need to know how much you make right away, and you also need to know where you're spending your money on. So in the future and later dates down the road, you know, oh, maybe I shouldn't go buy a Frappuccino from Starbucks or whatever you people get there. So you gotta keep track of your income, so you know exactly how much you make, because you need to know this stuff every single day of your life. Mistake number 3 is not opening a credit card at 18. As soon as you turn 18, the first thing you should do on your birthday, go on any credit card you want and open up a credit card. This is a huge deal. Banks need this information. If you want to get a loan, you need it. Anything financially related, somewhat in one way or another, relates back to your credit score. So you need to open up a credit card and spend your money wisely. You need to first learn how to use a credit card before you start buying all this stuff with it. You pretty much have to treat it as a debit card. Only spend money you already have. Do not spend money you don't have, because that's how you're going to go in debt and you're going to go broke. Moving on to number 4 is not paying off your credit card or any debt ASAP. As soon as you buy that Frappuccino from Starbucks, pay it off right away. It's only $5 or $6. It shouldn't be much. If you don't have the money to pay it off right away, you shouldn't even be buying it. There is no reason to buy something if you don't have the money for it. So do not acquire any debt, because you need to pay it off right away. You will be so surprised if you only spend the minimum payments on your credit card bill. First off, your credit score is going to go down, and also you're going to have higher interest payments, which is going to take more money away from you. So you want as little of interest payments as possible. 0 is the recommended amount. And you want to pay off all of your debts so you do not pay any interest on any of your debts, which will in turn make more money for you because you're spending less. So pay off all of your debts and credit cards ASAP, as soon as possible. The very day you make the purchase, pay it off right away. Moving on is holding money in cash or a bank account. While this is safe for savings, you need to have different accounts for different purposes. So you need to have a savings account, you need an investing account, you need all these other accounts. You should keep as little money as possible in cash or in a bank account, because it is not doing anything for you. It is making like 0.001% interest on that money. It is far worth it to put it into the stock market or any other investment. Buy a book or something. It will make you more money in the future instead of leaving your cash in a bank account making essentially 0% interest. It is not worth it. It is a waste of potential for your money to work for you. And also in the future, caused by inflation and deflation, the value of your money is going to change. So it's better to buy something now or buy stocks now before your money gets devalued. So moving on is going to be Not reading. This is a huge one. I believe this is the last one on the list. Yes, it is. So not reading. You need to read. Whether it's any reading, because you need to expand your mind. I preferably like to read financial books or self-help books because those are what empowers you and makes you a better person. But you could read anything. Harry Potter, nonfiction. Learn. You need to acquire as much knowledge as possible. And also reading gives you inspiration to do other things in your life. So read history books, read nonfiction books, read fiction books, read financial literacy books. Look at all these books right here. This is only half of them. I've read every single book here, plus hundreds more. I have a whole list of all the books I've recently read just from the beginning of 2020. And there's almost 150 books on there. Thousands of hours of audiobooks that I have personally read. And you'll be surprised. Once you start reading and once you start realizing reading is a huge solution to many problems in your life, and you're going to gain so much knowledge from it, your life will change drastically. You will start acquiring more money. You'll start acquiring more knowledge. Things in your life will change, and also you'll know how to change them because you'll be reading and you'll learn from other people and their experiences on how to make your life better and better situations and how to do pretty much anything better because you're learning from other people. That's why books are so valuable, and it took me so long in life to understand that. This is probably the number one financial mistake people don't make, is not reading. Teach your kids as soon as possible. Reading is huge. I love reading. I wish I had more time to read. I would spend hours a day reading. In fact, my friend was just messaging me before. He said he used to read one book a day. That is outstanding. Shout out to him. He doesn't watch these videos though. He's flat out told me that. But reading one book a day is fantastic. He should have so much knowledge, and he is a very knowledgeable person. He's really into politics, and he loves reading about that. He loves researching it. He loves arguing with people about it, debating, because he loves it. He loves reading. He loves gaining knowledge. He loves teaching other people about what he has read, and it's just one big cycle. What comes around goes around, and he's giving around knowledge and wealth and all this stuff. So later in his life, it's going to be beneficial for him. So there you guys go. I'll go back right over the list for you guys. So not reading, huge mistake. Not investing your money, huge mistake. Hoarding your money and cash in bank accounts, huge mistake. Not paying off debts and credit cards ASAP, huge mistake. Not opening the credit card at 18, fairly big mistake, but essentially is pretty huge in your life. And not tracking your income, insanely huge mistake. And spending more than you make, the absolute most financial worst mistake you'll make in your life. But hopefully I kept that short for you guys. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Of course you know what to do. Leave me more comments what else you guys want to make, or what else you want to learn, and what else I'll make. So there you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.